Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever episode of the Mental Health Pilot. My name's Tony McNally. I'm a veteran and for a lot of years I've suffered with mental health problems, and I want to impart some of my coping mechanisms to people that might be suffering and to try and help as best I can. I'm in the northwest of England at the moment in the Lake District. The sun's still shining and it's a good day. It's easy to say be positive, but that's what it's all about. And that's what I want to try and bring to the Mental Health Pilot. And I use that name. I've made that name because mental health is like flying through life, trying to navigate your way through things. And like an aircraft, if it takes the wrong turn, it hits the mountain, mental health can plummet and hit the ground spectacularly, as I know. When I first tried to deal with my mental health and PTSD, I used poetry, and people would have laughed at me in the army, and I even doubted myself. But I would just say to anybody, if you want to do something, just do it. Just have a go. Poetry has been a godsend in writing for me. It's been a release valve. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm nothing. I'm just a human being that wants to tell you my story and try to help. So I'm going to kick this first ever blog post on to the first person, and there has already been one person that subscribed. Thank you very much. Drop your name in the comments and I'll give you a mention. I'm going to read a poem from one of my books, Screaming in Silence, to kick things off, that I wrote maybe 20 years ago, and it's called PTSD. I'm happy and sad, compassionate and bad, can't sleep at night, can't do anything right. I want to be alone, but not on my own. I'm in love, but I hate. I'm a burden on the state. I'm possessed by the war. I killed, what for? I see shrinks. I see docks. I remember my Arctic socks. I'm disloyal because I'm ill. Is it right to kill? I can hide in a crowd. My face a grey shroud. I cry for no reason. My country shouts treason. All the pills and the booze make the bad memories ooze. I was 19 in June, under a bright crystal moon. I died that day, but I'm here to say, for the brave and the free, my award, PTSD. That, writing that poem, when I first wrote it, I didn't know or think I'd go down the line of publishing books. I did it for self-help. And that's my main message to people out there. Do it for yourself and don't worry and don't feel embarrassed. You don't have to be brilliant. You just get it down on paper. I love writing. I would recommend it anytime. Just have a go. I'd like this channel to be as upbeat as it can, and I'd like to interact with as many people as possible, because that's the best way. And if someone's out there and they want to write something, and just get in touch and I'll read it out for you if that's what you'd like me to do. I think it's all about helping people. I mean, it's sad to say for myself, I actually don't have any friends, what I can call real friends on this earth. And by friends, I mean people that you would physically interact with, like you might go down to the pub or something. It's a sad state of affairs in one way, but that's a lot of veterans and people with PTSD and mental health problems tend to be more insular, more stick to their own self, and that's where I am at the moment. I don't class people that you speak to or you email, but I'm not blaming anybody. It's not. It's just I'm just saying how I am at the moment. And I just want to try this channel. I've uploaded stuff on YouTube before, randomly, bits and pieces, and for years. And I got rid of all of it and started from scratch. And I just want to start with a clean slate and see how things go. And as we go along, you'll get to know me, I suppose, and I'll get to know you, hopefully, if I do get some subscribers, which let's hope we do. Yeah, I'm looking out at the beach there, and a few summers ago, I had me 2 dogs. I've got 2 Labradors, which I'll show you later. We both swam in the sea there. What an absolutely fantastic, therapeutic thing to do. So I'll upload stuff like that, and I'm lucky in the fact that my wife's a good cook, so hopefully we'll get her to video some of the beautiful meals that she makes for me, because that's obviously the staple things in life. You need food, water, shelter, but you don't have to just drink water and eat beans on toast. I'm not a brilliant cook, but luckily I've got somebody that is, so we'll go down that avenue as well if that's what people like, and we'll take it from there. I just wanted to get a video banged up straight away and get up and running, see how things go. I know there's people out there that are suffering in silence, because I did, and that's why I call my first poetry book Screaming in Silence, because that's what you're doing inside. On the outside, people look at you and they say, well, he looks okay, and I've had doctors say that to me, you look all right, but I can guarantee many people have a smile on their face and inside they're not all right, far from it. So always remember that when you're talking to people. So I hope you've been interested, or your interest has been spiked slightly from this first ever vlog post, and more to come. I'll try my best to upload as much positive and helpful information as possible around the subject of mental health. And luckily nowadays, we can talk about mental health without that stigma attached. There always will be a stigma, and people behind the scenes might say things different to you, which is normal in life, than they would to your face. But if you've lived a life, I mean, I'm 60 years of age. I've been in war. I've seen some horrible things. I've seen some lovely things, and it affects you. And if you're not affected, you're a machine. So in one way, I'm actually glad that what I saw in combat situations has affected me, purely because it means I'm a human being and I have emotions, and that's how everybody should be. Otherwise, we are going down that route now with machines. Will be doing all the fighting, because machines, you don't have to pay them, feed them, clothe them, give them pensions, and they don't get PTSD. But they'll be quite boring, I would imagine. I don't know. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. If there's anybody there, there's that one person. So if you are watching it, please do subscribe. And always remember, be yourself. Bye for now.